Hey guys, welcome back. So this is the last video from Rocky Mountain Raceway 2019 and I am a little bit delayed in getting it out, but stay tuned because we're starting out in Julesburg in this next clip. So really cool racetrack and there's a pretty big exciting moment at the end of this video. So check it out.
Day 4 drivers meeting, getting ready to make pass at Julesburg.
Happy birthday, dear Sarah. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, look at this little track. How cool is this? It's actually a hangar and you can go in there and eat. They have a little, like, in there, there's a fish. But it's such a neat place. It's the oldest drag strip in the country. So, lots of cars down there. They're kind of pitted all around, but we're going to do a quick walkthrough. See, the Marrow's over there, it's ready to go. But I think we're going to be a little bit later today. They're going to let they've been running in an order. And so we're going to reverse the order today to the index classes, starting with the 14s and then work our way backwards. So just to kind of make it a little more fair, so no one gets to go just way before anyone else. Some people going down. So actually, fun fact, an active airstrip still. So yeah, pretty neat.
So speaking of forgetting to record, that was my whole day at Julesburg. So when we pulled up, I knew the track was going to be pretty cool because it is actually an active airstrip and the longest operating drag strip in the nation. So I knew we were in for a treat there, but once we got there, we realized the conditions that day might not be the best for actually being on the track, but it's okay. We just learned to work with it. But they actually reversed the order that we were going that day. So they went with index cars first and then worked their way back to unlimited. So I was a little bit closer to the end that day to make my first pass. This whole time that I have extra time that I didn't know I was gonna have, I'm pacing. I'm looking at my logs. I'm looking at data. I'm making sure I'm trying to eliminate what I might mess up because, as I mentioned in my last video, this was the first time I was sitting in first place. So I'm trying to make sure I have all my ducks in a row and have it the best that I can have it for my first pass. They called me up for my first pass and I was in the right lane and the car absolutely did not hook whatsoever, as you saw in that video before. So I made it half track and I lifted because I knew the pass wasn't good anyway, so I knew it wasn't worth it. So I was like, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna think about this, and I ran a 10 something. I don't even know what it was because I didn't actually get the time slip. It was just, I was like, no, it's okay. And guys, when I'm thinking or on the phone, I'm a pacer. So I feel like I walked a lot of miles that day. I actually called my dad and I was talking to him about it. And so I'm like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm talking it out. And so then I go back and I'm working on my computer and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try this tune. I pulled boost and adjusted suspension a little and I wait around some more. And I don't know why I didn't record this whole time, but I'm just like, you know, super high strung. So it just didn't cross my mind, I guess. And so they called me back up and I went to make my pass. And it was better. I was in the left lane instead of the right lane. It was better-ish, but it still wasn't what I needed. And so at this point, my competition, Jeremy Courtney, he has the strictly business truck. We are both just like back and forth making passes. So that's a good one. So I knew I had to make another one. I was going to anyway because I did not have the time I needed. It was going to really hurt my average. I think it was a high 8, low 9. So I wait my turn again, and then I go back out and I make some more changes. I went in the left lane, and right before I went up, guys, our Australian friends, they came up to us. They're like, do an Aussie style burnout. And I was like, okay, they're like, you gotta go past the line, like, you know, create your own track, whatever. So I did. I went past the line. I love doing burnout. So I did a huge burnout, past the line, backed up, and they had actually just sprayed and re-prepped the track right before I went up. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be it, you know, like this is gonna be a good pass, I hope. So I go up and I do make a pass, and it was a good pass. It was an 871, so it wasn't really what I wanted. I wanted an 850, 860, but I knew under the conditions that I really probably should be satisfied with what I ran that day. And I had actually now have heard that I might have run one of the faster passes that day, so I guess I really can't complain. But yeah, so I had an 871, and we had about an hour until the track closed, but I knew that I was kind of like waiting it out, because if Jeremy and I were so close, we were so close that it's like if he runs, you know, an 850 or an 860, it's gonna be really hard for me to catch up Friday. So I was like waiting it out. I waited until the last minute the track closed just to make sure I didn't need to make another pass. So yeah, it was just a really hectic day, and it was a good day, but it was hectic. It was learning a lot, learning how to make the car work. But yeah, so that's what happened to Julesburg. Again, sorry for the lack of video, but it was just high adrenaline and not a lot of time. So stay tuned, because the rest of the video will be better. So we're starting out, it's Friday. The night before, we had a really long, rainy drive. So we left Julesburg and we were headed back to Kearney, and it wasn't too bad of a drive, but it was a little bit of rain, patchy rain, lots and lots of lightning, like an insane amount of lightning. And we were there was open roads, and it was so nice. So I was doing like 75, 80, 85 sometimes, just like flying. So I really enjoyed that part. But yeah, so we made it to Kearney, and we started off the day having a nice lunch.
No, day 7, and we just had lunch at this cool little spot, the Hangar. It was kind of funny coming here because we came through literally a neighborhood, and then we just popped up, and it was a super awesomely good restaurant. So, hi everyone, wave! Huh?
You are going to the gas station, you think, Don?
Oh, I am?
Yeah, because you know the easiest way to put weight in the very back of that thing?
Is put gas in it? You don't want to get in the back of it?
Well, I do, but
okay.
But I might. But I've lost some weight this week.
Okay, I see it. You look slimming. Slim. Okay, so
Okay.
to the gas station it is. So we are here at Pueblo day number 7, and we are on our last race day. We did our last drive day yesterday, and the car lived. So all we have to do is make it through the day. I've done the math a couple times. I think if I can run an 870, I can secure the spot. So anything can happen, I know. So I'm not getting too excited, but it looks like it's got high possibility. So Mom's out here cleaning. We got all our junk out. The car is ready. I have made the executive decision that I am not gonna lash my valves or do anything like that, because even if I find something, chances are I'm probably still gonna run it because we've never been this close. So everything sounds okay, looks okay, oil's okay, fluids are okay, so about ready for pass. Okay, so as I said, day 7 back at Pueblo. Our trailers are still tucked away way back in that field, but we actually have had a motorcycle race going on at the track. I'm not sure exactly what series or anything like that, so they're kind of closing up, wrapping up. I think we have a driver's meeting at 4:30, but for now we are walking around. What's going on? I'm about to get run over. Hi guys. Hi. It's currently a windstorm. You guys can't hear me, but it's a wind and dust storm, and so we're on the wind.
Amazingly sad.
I'm not gonna be able to race because I lost my
It's okay.
I lost my long key,
The long key is gone.
and we don't have a CNC.
To make a new one. Without a long key, a 67 or 8 Camaro, undrivable.
Please call 1-800-LONG-KEY.
If you find it, please call.
In break, and it is this trailer, but the sky's not looking too good. But we've made our little picnic table behind somebody's trailer, so we'll see how it goes.
So after this windstorm came and finally decided to die down after like 3 hours, I'm not kidding, this was the most insane wind I have ever experienced. But after it finally started to die down, we had a driver's meeting and we were gonna make the call whether we wanted to race the last day, the last pass or not. So some of the index cars had got to make passes, but there wasn't very many. So it was up to us, it was up to the drivers. Matt left it up to us if we wanted to. And it's not that I didn't want to, because I wanted to, you know, really secure first place. I still had it, but I didn't want it to just be like, okay, last day, here you go. Like, it is what it is. Like, I wanted to still have that chance to battle it out. I had done the math like 15 times with Chad Reynolds, and we were like, okay, we just got to run like an 871 or something like that. Like, it was so doable. I think it was actually even slower than that. It was slower. I don't remember at this point, but slower. And so it's like, I can do this. Like, this is totally possible. I ran good here on Monday. So that wasn't really a concern, but what was a concern was that we have quite a few friends that are from around that area, and they actually sometimes won't race at Kearney. We've heard lots of stuff because like sometimes there's lots of dirt around Kearney. Like there's not grass and stuff, there's dirt. So when the wind comes and blows, it goes all over the track. And so sometimes people don't want to race there because of that. So I was like a little concerned. I'm like, we still have wind, we still have dirt going everywhere, like, okay, but we decided that we were gonna make the pass. So I was like, okay. So I was once again a little nervous. I get worked up before a pass. So we go back to our cars right after that, and shortly they called my class. Like there wasn't a lot of time, so we go up there, and I had all my, everybody that was with me, they went up there and they're like, you just got, Chad's like, why are you shooting for an 870 or 890 or whatever I was shooting for? He's like, we're going for an 855. And I was like, okay, we'll see how it goes. So I, once again, is looking at all my data that I had from the week. And I was like, I think if I do this, I'm going to run this 60 and I'm going to run this and this. Well, Kearney's where I had so much trouble on the first day and ran too fast and couldn't slow down to a good speed. So, or ET. So I was like, okay, I think. So I'm like at the last minute pulling like half a pound of boost and changing a little bit on the shocks and all that. So they call us up for our pass, and I am just like this, I want this pass to be it. I want it to be one and done. I did not expect that though, okay? So, yeah, so I made my pass, and then as you guys can see in the next video, it was what I wanted. So, Chad said run at 8:55. I ran at 8:54, and when I got that time slip, it was just such a surreal feeling because I had just locked it in. It was secured and nothing was gonna happen, and that was the best feeling ever.
Guys, it's done. We did it. So I just ran an 8:54, one and done, one pass. I needed to run an 8:70, and I went out and I laid it down, and I got an 8:54 at 163 with a 133.60, and I just locked in first place. And I am so freaking happy. Like, I don't know how to put it into words at the moment because I'm kind of shocked and surprised and amazed, but it's done. It's a done deal. So.
Third place
Hey guys,
goes
we are at
to
awards.
Jerry Hall,
We'll see.
and his average for the week was
You had to run an 8.70 lifted, and went out and I said, why are we going for a 70? We're for a 55. She went 54 with a Alex Taylor! Woo! Alex Taylor! How you doing? Oh my God! Congrats. Good job, Bailey. That's a half.
Admiral did it. It just loaded itself under its own power with a win under its belt for the first time. So we had team win. So guys, I don't know how to describe the feeling, but it's amazing. That's a wrap. Admiral was in the trailer, drove under its own power, and we're back at home. So very, very great week, very exciting. So we're gonna clean the trailer out, grab everything out, and get this video uploaded. So success.
So that's it. That's the end of Rocky Mountain Race Week 2019. It was an incredible week, but I had so many people on my side, and I'm so thankful for that, and I'm so thankful for how the week went, because it's one of those things. I've been working on it since I was 16. I just turned 22, and so it's been a long work in progress, from drag weeks to Rocky Mountain Race weeks. So I knew I had a lot of people rooting for me and cheering me on. So for some, it may be just a win, but for me, it was such a big deal, such a big win for me. I started off the week, and on Monday, I was just totally beside myself. I was on the phone with Dad. I was like, I did it again. I lost the race for myself. I beat myself. It's Monday, and I'm in 6th place. There's no coming back. Like, there's nothing I can do. So it was just an emotional roller coaster from Monday all the way to Friday. So I have to thank the man upstairs, because I prayed about this week so much. It was just one of those weeks where, like, I know that there was so much playing in my favor, because on Monday it was just so bad, and then Friday it ended so good. And all the week there was so many signs of, like, stuff happened, like, it couldn't have worked out any better. Some of the ways stuff played out, like, they prepped the track right before I made my last pass at Julesburg. I had these, like, little bottle cap notes of, like, luck's on your side this month. And, like, there was just so much, like, throughout the week that it was just, I feel like, you know, there was so many people on my side and so much going well. So I can't thank everyone enough that's helped me get to this point and helped me get this win. So, yeah. So thank you. Thank you guys for watching this. So, yeah, really exciting week, and it was the best. So, as always, be happy, go fast, and stay pretty. I'll see you guys next time.